Hey up everyone and welcome to another video. Welcome to the day after the solid performance at the Bramall Lane. Recorded in my car as always. You know what I do in it until I get a nice studio. I'm trying to build onto that, don't you worry. And try and be more confident in doing the interviews at the Bramall Lane ground or whatever ground I travel to, because I travel up and down country. Home and away, only missed Blackburn Rovers, I believe, due to work, and obviously on early the next day I weren't going to get to Blackburn and back, and yeah, regret missing that, to be fair. We won 3-1 or 3-1 or 3-2, I believe. So that's just, you know, what it is. So yeah, wow, how do we all feel after that win? How do we all feel after the solid performance that the Blades put in a red and white shirt? It's got to be up there with what Sheffield Wednesday win away, Stoke win at home, Leicester City win at home this season. How good was that? Yeah, we're scoring a lot more, but our season not really been good, to be fair, in hindsight. We're say currently 17th on 35 points, and we can only look up. We can only look up, but I'm not going to get carried away on a playoff charge. I'm not going to get carried away on the we're going to go on a absolutely blinding run, because we've got hard games like Millwall, Middlesbrough, Coventry away and whatnot. No, Coventry at home, sorry. And they're like quite a dangerous team away as well. I mean, away from home, Middlesbrough and Coventry, so it'll be interesting to see how we fare against them. So yeah, go on to Ipswich, win now, 2 minutes in. It is quite a good win, to be fair. And the lads, I am proud of them. I am absolutely proud. To say we played Ipswich and got absolutely thumped 5-0 under Ruben Sayers' reign. Less said about that, the better. But the informed tractor boys came to the lane, and I thought, God, I'm hoping for, well, I weren't hoping, but the best I'd take is a 2-0 loss. And I thought it were going to be 2-0 to them, to the tractor boys. And I said to a few Ipswich fans, I said, 2-0 Ipswich, I think you've got too much. We won't deal with your high press and good wing play. They're still a dangerous team, don't get me wrong. But I just think the lineup tells that. In goal with Michael Cooper. On the left it was Sam McCallum. Centre pairing of Mark McGuinness and Ben Mee. On the right was Femi Sirike. In centre midfield it was Tom Davis and Sidney Peck. Good combination. On the left midfield, what I said in the pre-match, release Gus Adair, because I don't think he can do a solid job. In the centre attacking midfield, it's with Callum O'Hare. Wow, good player. On the right midfield, it was Andre Brooks. Well, right wing, whatever you want to call it. And up front, Patrick Bamford. So let's get into it. So Ipswich Town lined up quite strong. They had Jack Clark, they had George Hurst, even though can't stand him. They had Sammy Schmonics, easy can play teams. That Egele, Jacob Greaves, one of the best centre backs in the league. How dare put him at left back? I have no idea. Aldi left Leif Davis on the bench, who later came on and did quite a solid job. So let's talk about Sheffield United. First off, first 5 minutes, it was Ipswich were like quite on top. I believe around 2 or 3 minutes in, Ipswich got into our box quite easily. I think one of their players ran round Ben Mee, forced Michael Cooper to make an absolutely blinding save. Wow, that, if it weren't for that save, it reminded me of a Sinclair Armstrong when Michael Cooper saved his header and he tipped it onto the post, the right side of the post, and it went out for a corner. I do believe we grew into the game a bit. We dealt with their terrorising wings. I believe on the left it was Matasiwa. No, on the right it was Matasiwa, and on the left it was Jack Clark. Not Matasiwa, Agili. 2 dangerous players on them wings. Even they rotate across a Philogene, across a Chubarak Pom and Summit Nunes. They're still good. They're still a massive team, a good team. And not biased about it, to be fair. Not like, we played good and they played. I thought they were still hurtful. We were still there for taking. So, leading up to the goal, I think it was Ipswich looked good on the break. Somehow Michael Cooper managed to keep 2 well-driven shots out. I think he got a really good palm onto one, and then he got another blocking save. He returned to the Michael Cooper what we knew from last season, last couple of games, and long may it continue, I hope. And long may we go on to another unbeaten run. I do believe that after that it was Callum O'Hare. I think he got cleared out, then Callum O'Hare passed it to Gus, and Gus like Callum O'Hare absolutely sprinted and basically released the ball to him. Out comes Christian Walton. Callum O'Hare chipped it over him. Bet Walton's boot, but will it a card? Probably yellow, but will it a red? Probably not. It looked quite soft and harsh to give a red card out, to be fair. So yeah, Blades go up 1-0, and so fast forward to the 45th minute plus stoppage. Patrick Bamford had a shot, Walton saved, then one out of, I think it was Brooks or Sariki had another shot. Then it luckily fell to Brooks, and Brooks' shot, I think it was deflected or something like that, went into the net. 2-0 Blades, and we went into break 2-0 up, and wow, that was good, to be fair. That was quite a good half. Backs to Wall's performance. Then United came out quite solid as well, quite more better than the second half what we've seen this season, where we come out and we just basically conceded straight after half time, like we did against Charlton, like we did against Preston, West Brom, Derby. Not this time. We look quite backs to the wall. Fast forward, I think it was 10-15 minutes. I'm not gonna go too in what happened every single passing ball, key moments. So I believe one of Ipswich Town players had a crack at goal. I'm not sure if it was Jack Clark or if it were one of their Osmonics or something. Mark McGuinness put his body in front of goal, in front of ball. But all the problem is he had his hand raised, whether he protected his face or something like that. So penalty Ipswich. Is it a soft penalty? 50-50. I can see why ref giving it, because if that were in Premier League, that would have gone to VAR. It would have been marked as a penalty, in my opinion. So up stepped Jack Clark, sends the keeper right way, but it almost like hit inside the post and trickled into net other side. So this is where scary moment happened. So yeah, about 6 minutes after, Patrick Bamford, I believe Gustavo Harmer played it through to him, I think, and Patrick Bamford got into a good position. Then basically he got in the most cutest angle. He let the ball bounce and he just little volley, dinky volley into the back of the net. Sheffield United 3, Ipswich 1. And then Ipswich made a few changes. Leif Davis came on, and I do believe they picked up the pace a little bit. Leif Davis were absolutely running down. But luckily we made some last-ditch tackles. I forgot to mention as well, Ben Mee made a last-ditch tackle as well, where he was certain to go through on goal when he slipped, and it's just almost like a clumsy challenge, which I'd take. So yeah, how many times do I need to say so? But oh, I'll be late in my video. Yeah, then near to the full time, 85th minute, I know we made subs like Tom Cannon, I believe Kai Jordan Hoover, could not do much wrong, to be fair. I think Tom Cannon came on for Gustavo Harmer, because we were down to 10 men at that point. No, we weren't. He came on for Gustavo Harmer, and then Keanu Hoover came on when we were down to 10 men for Andre Brooks, just to see game out, just to see finger. But when we talk about that, it was Patrick Bamford, captain, goal, and leading up to the event, it got sent off for simulation, which I looked. He weren't a dive. The keeper didn't basically made no contact. So we at him for next game, as we are with Jaff and Samara and Vinevold. Hopefully all back for Oxford. So who knows? My man at match. So yeah, after that was all she wrote, and my man at match basically Michael Cooper. So yeah, that's all she wrote. Good win for the Blades. Up the red and white Wizards. Just if you like what you see in this video, if you agree, if you disagree, let me know in the comments below. Please like, share and subscribe. Make my channel grow. Make this channel get known. And as always, keep following the Mighty Blades. What a win. What a good way to have the weekend. And yeah, come on Blades.